Okay, guys, it's KJM, and it's a part 2 to Hallmark's Legend of the Lost Locket. I'm giving this movie an 8 out of 10. It's starring Natasha Burnett and Vic Leacock, and I'm just going to tell you, look at this. You're only seeing the side view of Natasha in her yellow and white ballroom dress. So let me tell you something. Oftentimes when Hallmark has these Cinderella moments, I don't always agree with what the woman is wearing. I'm like, what is this frumpy, whatever it is? But Natasha, honey, with that yellow and the gold accent and the white, baby, on that melanin, she was glowing, okay? She was glowing. I just thought stunning. Like whoever who did the costumes, I thought she looked beautiful through and through, whether she was casual or dressed up. And I don't know if it was just like the British accent, but I just really fell in love with her character. And I just thought, okay, this is some fantastic stuff. Now, what worked for this movie is having two love stories. Going back in time to figure out what happened to James and Lady Wilma, to see them meet up again in Wilmington, Massachusetts, fall in love on this bridge. And really, the legend is whoever who possesses the locket will find true love. And we see through watching this that Marcus and Amelia do fall in love as they go down this road of finding this locket and unlocking this mystery, and also celebrating the town's 200th anniversary of existing. I think what worked for me is I love things that bring in multiple love stories. And I think Megan is very much into that. Even if the second story is like a friendship story, we do like that very diverse dynamic of having your main couple and then there's a secondary couple. So like Amelia and Marcus are the focus, but then we still need to know what happened to Wilma Jane Jameson and Jacob Jameson. And, you know, we know they get married and they end up together. But first off, Amelia has to prove that James from England and Lady Wilma from England are, Wilma Jane Jameson and Jacob Jameson. And they are able to prove it. They do discover exactly what house in this historic town is holding this box that has the other half of the locket with Lady Wilma's picture. And it's just some of the most beautiful stuff. So Amelia is able to fulfill a quest her mother was on before her mother passed. I thought that part of the writing was actually quite touching. She also realized that even though she thought her passion was to extend this, her antique shop from London to Paris to Amsterdam, she realized that Wilmington, Massachusetts has got so much charm and there's so much antiquing, and they do have a shop available where she could actually branch out. Not only that, since she found the other half of the locket, she can help the town bring in revenue, and she can also expand her business, and baby, she can find love all in one together. I just thought the Legend of the Lost Locket was very cute. And I know what you're saying. We've had several movies now where there's some sort of legend, Sweeter Than Chocolate, the Wedding Veil movies. What I like is when each of these legends come forward, Hallmark finds a different way to bring true love into our lives. It's not the same story. There's some twists and there's some turns. Amelia trying to finish the quest her mother was on with the antique shop, I thought that was beautiful. I thought the fact that she's still willing to come to Wilmington, and her quest is not just to, find everything, that her mother would want. But when she realizes this town needs help, she's also going to help Wilmington. When she finds out that she's falling for Sheriff Marcus, she's trying to make room in her heart for him too. There's even a scene where she asks him if he's asking her to stay. And this is when they're staring at that same bridge that Jacob and Jane met on and reunited. And I just thought, okay, this is the time, Marcus, to tell her she is your everything. She can't go back to London, but he kind of fumbles that pass. But Hallmark gives him another chance to show Amelia that he really loves her. He wants to build a life with her. And there's something so super charming about Wilmington, Massachusetts. Like I said, Legend of the Lost Locket, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. I just thought, I needed to do this part 2 to show you just how fabulous these two are looking. I just thought this was beautifully done. Now, what didn't work for me is there was somebody following Amelia, and it ends up being Poppy, the mayor's girlfriend, which I already felt like her and the mayor, it was weird that she was dating him and not somebody else in the town. And then it turns out like she figured out why Amelia was there, and she was trying to find the locket and then she realized it's just too much work trying to find the locket on her own, so she was just going to stalk Amelia, let Amelia find the locket, and then she was just going to try to make millions off of this locket. I mean, that was okay, but in the ending it really didn't have anything to do with how the mystery actually ended, right? But I love that the mystery started with a love story and it ends with two love stories, because we get to see that the theory about the legend of the lost locket is true, because Amelia did find love. She found the locket and she found love, and she did it in one swoop and didn't break a sweat, and baby was looking beautiful in every scene. I thought that was pretty freaking amazing. Hallmark, hats off to you, hats off to the writers. I just thought this was beautifully done. To all the actors and actresses that participated in this movie, from the music to the scenes, I laughed. I had moments where my heart was like in my hand. And I think when a Hallmark movie takes you from so many different emotions, I think that this is just wonderful. And this is definitely a step up from what happened last week. Not last week, the week before. So before the book club date movie, we had that Easter Bloom mess on Easter weekend, and I just did not like that movie, and I felt nothing but dead inside after watching that movie. Then we had the dating book club movie, and I gave that a 7 out of 10, and then now we are finally in the Legend of the Lost Locket, and Hallmark is taking off. I hope there are some even greater surprises this spring. I hope you haven't lost us, Hallmark. I just was so pleasantly surprised by this. I fell in love with these characters. And I went into the Hallmark comments on the Hallmark Facebook page, the Hallmark Channel Facebook page, and there were a lot of people asking if this could be a series, because these two really do have chemistry. And I have to agree with you, Hallmark, that is definitely a thing. So I only saw positive comments about this movie. A lot of people watch One Calls the Heart, so of course they're familiar with these two characters. But for me, being someone that doesn't follow that series and watching this movie, I thought it was just so beautifully done. I just love the love stories. And I don't know, Hallmark, you're making me fall in love again, and I think that's where it's at. All right, it's KJM. Let me know if you watched The Legend of the Lost Locket. This was part 2 of that review. I'm going to try to post these reviews up so you guys know, like, I still do them. Sometimes I may have to do these reviews back to back because life is lifing, and it's actually amazing that I even had time today to actually, even do these reviews. So this is a must watch. Go watch it. Let me know what you think. And I am so grateful for those of you that trust me to follow me and do like my Hallmark, let me do my Hallmark reviews. I'm just a Black woman that really loves Hallmark, and I love falling in love. Well, I'm finding out more and more that I do, and I love good writing. I'm also a writer, so I look for things that other people are not looking for, and if the plot just doesn't work for me, and everything in this movie pretty much worked. So go check it out. Okay, I'm gonna go now. I don't want to get too emotional.